Different, yeah. We're just going into a scrimmage this week, so just a mindset, a little bit of a game week, more than anything.
With the scrimmage coming up, I mean, obviously you're a week into camp, but
Right.
What have you noticed so far from your team, or any guys in particular?
No guys necessarily. I think the team's working hard overall. We're just at a point now where guys are getting better within the schemes that we're running, and we'll see what they do in the scrimmage.
Are you where you want to be at this point, 7 days in or whatever?
I don't know.
With we asked you before about Montel Kozar. You said you'd never worked with him before. What has your impressions now been? You've had a week to see him a little bit up close.
Yeah, good. I mean, he's worked hard. It's kind of what we expected. Smart, tough. We'll see what he does in the scrimmage when he gets live bullets at him.
A weekend. I mean, how much can you judge from a guy just a weekend?
Yeah, very hard. I think you have to scrimmage. You can see guys that pay attention in meetings. It's really more about the process. Do they do it every day? You see some of the mentality of the players when they come to meetings, when they transition to position meetings, when they transition to practice or weight room. Really just who's got that do the work mentality and who's going to continue to keep doing it. We got quite a few guys like that. And then when something negative happens, how are they responding to it? That's really what you're looking for. Football and the schemes, execution, that all happens out here. We go back, watch it every night. So looking for mindset more than anything.
We talked to David Moe down at Mountain West Media Days. He was talking about kind of a light switch mentality, whether you're on or you're off, and not trying to be a dimmer switch. And
yeah.
He said that's stuff that you guys spent time on this offseason.
Yeah, kind of a dimmer. It kind of comes on slow, and you want to be. It's really, that was more about strength and conditioning than anything. It does apply to football, but it's more about just being an athlete. When you're ready to turn it on, you can. You just flip the switch. You can move, and you can move very fast rather than building up to it gradually. And so that was part of our conversation with the players. All right, think of it like this. Let's transition into this. And I thought Coach Pittman and the staff did a good job of that.
In those regards, did any players like particularly stand out to you?
As far as switches?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have a lot of dimmers. All right, there were some more switches. That's a good thing. All right, we still have some dimmers, so we got to get those guys as switches here soon.
The receiver position, behind Sed, how's that group look?
Look good. Yeah, they've done good. The young guys have played well. I mean, you have more guys out there that are competing. I would say that about the group. The rotation overall, there's been quite a bit of a mix. Just trying to see guys and move guys around a little bit. Sed is continuing to practice at a high level. I think A.J. Richardson has really stepped up and has elevated his game as far as just the finish part of it, which is where you want to be at wide receiver. And then the other guys, Sean Monster, guys that have played, Achille and Butler, those guys are doing well, where we're kind of moving them in some different positions. And then we have the young guys, and they're playing well. But again, we haven't scrimmaged live. That's when you get the coaches off the field. That's really when you get a chance to see where they are. And that's more of just the mentality of dealing with the whole entire playbook.
Okay. Guys are saying that maybe there is more these guys getting rotated in at wide receiver right now, maybe compared to previously. Is that just to see more guys, or do you envision maybe the rotation being a little deeper this year?
Hard to say that. It's hard to say what our rotation is going to be. It's right now. Let them get a chance to go out there and make plays. As a receiver in practice, you're going to do a lot of drills. You may get 5 balls thrown your way on a good day because the ball is getting sprayed around. So just trying to anticipate where it might go to see if that guy can make that play when it's his opportunity. And that takes a lot of juggling and coordination to do that, to try to pick out, hey, I think we're going to get the ball right here, and you still never know. So that's why the substitution's happening.
You put Silsby on scholarship since the
Yeah.
last time that we've talked to you. Curious why you picked him as one of the guys, and then how many more spots might you be considering doing that or have available?
Yeah, I don't know how many more. I know what our numbers are, but how many more, we don't know that yet. Silsby's just been a guy, he's done the work. It doesn't go unnoticed. He's a guy that the teammates really respect and appreciate, and he's earned it. Bottom line, simple as that. And if you look at him physically, he's bigger, stronger. He's making an impact. He's going to play. He's going to be a contributor. And the guy's just got the respect of a lot of guys on this team. And he's got the right mindset, so there's no doubt about it. He's a senior. We're expecting big things out of him to contribute whatever his role is, but to come in there and make an impact, that's why he's earned it.
What has Brad Vidal brought? Obviously you mentioned before that you would have hired him maybe anyways. When you got here, but what has he brought to the table? And maybe some, I don't want to say different, but what has he brought to you guys?
Yeah, well, nothing different. I'm not going to compare the two. They're both awesome people. They're both awesome coaches. They both know the game of football. Brad's brought that energy into that room. It's something new, and some new ideas. He's been different places. He's seen some different things. So it's always fun to sit in there and have a little bit of a spin on whatever it is we're doing. He can add maybe an idea or a better way of practicing it if it fits in. But overall for him, he just with the staff, his personality, able to handle challenges, able to handle adversity. And I think that's the one thing with Brad. That's just part of his background. He's always been that way, and doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, coaches the kids pretty even keel about it, and I think the guys really appreciate the mentality he brings.
Who are some of the young guys that have caught your attention one weekend?
Hard to name all of them. I know who they are. They've all made plays, and they've all had plays made on them. So I guess at this point, I'm not going to single out one guy. We'll know more once we get in this first scrimmage and we have a chance. Then you kind of start to figure out who your two deep is. And then the second scrimmage is really cutting your roster. Who are going to be the 2 and maybe 3, and then who's going to be the scouts at that point. So we got to give them a chance to go out there and play and see what they do in game situation. We don't talk much about the game, that, hey, we're going to change and all that, but some of these guys, we don't know until they actually go out there and we cut them loose, and we'll see what type of players they are.
What is your scholarship number now?
Scholarship number now.
80,
We're
81,
at 81.
81.
Yeah, I believe we're at 81 right now.
What can a guy like CT maybe offer?
Well, knowledge. He's a pretty smart football player. That's one thing that stood out. I think he's grasped things pretty well for being a young guy. And then he is competitive. And I went and saw him. He was one of the guys I got a chance to actually go watch him play. And he did it in the game I was at. He's doing it while he's here right now. So just his energy, he's into football. He really loves it. And I've been happy how he's picked it up. Really, that wide receiver group overall, I think Keesaw and Derek Schuman's working